Hi, this is Kenneth, and today I will talk to you about how you can reach the top of your compensation plan. You see, most people when they get started in network marketing, they look at the compensation plan from the bottom and up. And that's not the right way to see it. If you can imagine that you're at the bottom of a mountain, at the foot of the mountain, and you want to climb this mountain, and you look up, and if you're new in the business, or maybe you've been working for a while, if you're looking at the compensation plan, it can be a huge mountain, right, to the top. It can be like, whoa, that's a long way up, right? And if you want to climb a mountain and you start at the foot and you look up, it's very, very big. But imagine that you are in an airplane flying above everything. And looking down, you've probably been there if you've been up flying. Looking down at the mountains, they don't seem so big, right? So that's where you should look at the compensation plan. You should look at it from the top down, not from the bottom up. And I will try to explain why. I will use the compensation plan that we use in my company. My company is called ACN, and we have a few steps to climb to get to the top. And if we look at them from one end to another, the first one is called Team Trainer, and then it's called ETT, Executive Team Trainer. Then we have ETL, Executive Team Leader. We have Team Coordinator. We have Regional Director. And we have the very top is Regional Vice President and Senior Vice President. See, so when you're new in a company, now this could be your company, this could be your tree to climb, right? It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to talk about money or compensation or anything here. I'm just going to talk about how you can look at the positions in your company and how you can climb them. Now, most people when they get started, they think, wow, it would be great to be here. Whoa, I'm going to go there. But first they look at this and say, okay, this is my starting point, so my next step is this. This is my goal. And this is what I see with a lot of reps that come into my team and in other teams as well in my company. I see that they see this or this. We actually have a quick start bonus in the company for reaching this and this, right? One here 30 days, one here 60 days. So many people look at this or this and they say, okay, I'm going for the quick start bonus for either this or this. And when they go for that, they shoot for this requires 2 legs, right? This requires 3 legs with each 2 legs, right? To reach here and some customer points and so on. So when people look at this, they say, okay, so I need 2 legs. And once they got that, they stop. Maybe they look at this, they say, I need 3 legs and I need to help them to get there. And once they get there, they stop. Why do people stop? They are on the move. They're actually doing this. Usually they do this really fast. So why do they stop? Well, it's like this. If you tell yourself that this is your goal, even if you say it's a temporary goal, if you say, I will go there and then I will go further. If you tell your brain, if you tell yourself, your subconscious will accept that as true, that this is your goal. This little one here is your goal, or this one, and once you accomplish this, your subconscious will convince you that you had reached your goal, even what you think in your mind. Your subconscious have had this as a goal, and you actually reached it. So it won't take you any further. Therefore, it's wrong to look at it at this step. I will erase this, okay? Okay, let's look at this instead. So let's look at it the other way. If we look from the top, we have SVP, we have RVP, RD, TC, ETL, EGT, and TG. compensation plan from the top down. Now, if I'm in the aeroplane, I don't know if I can draw that. I can try. Right? Oh, this is an aeroplane. Whoa. I'm not sure I would fly that. And I'm looking down here. So what I see is an SVP. Now for an SVP, what it requires is for me to have 6 legs. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one more. 6 legs. This is how it looks in my... It probably is different in your company. Maybe you have a binary system and it's only 2 legs. But you have to see, to reach the top position, what should I be building in these 2 legs? How should it be looking like? Is there some positions that other people have to reach in order for me to reach the top? Etc, right? So you have to look at the very top position and say, what does that require? So here, if I was hitting for ETT, I would need only 2, right? But I'm not hitting for ETT, I'm hitting for SVP. So I don't need 6 legs. So I'm not going to stop just recruiting because I have 2 or 3 legs. I'm going to continue recruiting. I'm going to look at this, okay, I have my first rep, fine. I need 1 more, fine. I need 6 legs at all. So now I'm working with these 2 people, but I still need this one. And once I have this, I'm still working with him, and I start working down here, but I'm still recruiting 1 more. And I'm still recruiting 1 more, and I'm still recruiting 1 more, until I have 6 working legs, because I need to drive them to the death, so that I can create the team creation that is required, right? I need actually, as it looks right now, 3 legs with an RD and 3 legs with a TC. That's all it requires really to be a top position, a top earner in my company. So I need 3 of those and 3 of those. It doesn't matter where in the leg it is, it can be as deep as 100th level, it doesn't really matter, it could be the very first people I recruit. So I need 6 working legs, but I need more than 6 working legs. I need 6 legs with leaders who see themselves at these positions. So as long as I now have my 6 legs, and as long as they're working, I just keep digging and digging and digging through people they know, through people they know, through people they know, until I find the leaders who want to reach these positions. It says, I'm there within a year, I'm there within 2 years, I'm there within any given time. If I see people, if every time I meet someone and say, okay, I will go for that one first, it's great, I help them get started, I help them build, but I constantly look underneath them. Is there anyone who says, okay, I want this minimum? If I have anyone who wants this minimum, I now know that I have my potential leader there. The guy who wanted this is probably not a leader. I never know what he develops, so it's so it's not like I'm saying, oh, you only want to be an ETT, sorry, you can't work. No, not at all. Of course, he gets his chance, and I will see what he develops into. Also, it does something with your mindset to set a higher goal, because if you set ETT that requires only 2 legs, it doesn't even require those to work further. It requires you with 2 legs. If you set your mindset for this, you probably don't put a lot of work into it. Even if you have 30 days to get your quick start bonus, to do this, you probably put a little work in it. If you see this, and you see this organization, I mean, to be an RD, you need 3 TCs, right? So these 3 legs need, so if you see this, you see you need to find 3 leaders yourself, right? So you're beginning to set your mindset for an organization. Here, you don't have, if you want to go there, ETL, you need 1 more leg, and they need 2 more. But you're not really setting your mindset for a huge organization, right? You're just setting your mindset for this, so you're not putting the same effort in. So I'm looking in all these 6 legs after someone who wants to be minimum TC or regional director. And once I found those, well, then I'm on my way, right, to my SVP position. Now, have you ever had this happen to you? You probably have if you've been there for a while. That you have a leg working, boom, 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 it's working, and then suddenly everything stops, and every single rep in the leg stops working. They do nothing. It might be already the first one you sponsor. It might be someone who reached this level, because this is also true if you go for ETL, for instance, and you stop once you reach it. You don't really put that much. Maybe you still go to meetings, maybe, but you never bring guests. You never speak to people. To be active in your business is not going to the weekly meetings or the Saturday trainings or the nationals. Many people does this, but they don't do anything. They are there for the social part of it, and that's okay if you want to do that. You're welcome in any team, probably in any company, to be there for the social meetings, and that's fun, and that's okay. But what happens is that if you do that, your team does the same. So if we have a guy here, he starts building, then he stops, then his team starts, then everything stops. So if that happens, now I will look at my organization from here and see, I need 6 working legs, I have only 5, so I will start one more. If you're in a binary, maybe someone down here, you have to put someone below, right? It depends on what kind of system you have. Our system, we can build as many as we want, as deep as we want. So for me, it would mean that I would have to go and start another person and dig until I have someone who says, I want to be a TC. So that's how you should look at it. It will automatically put you in the mindset. So from the beginning, and start doing that now, if you're struggling in your business, it's probably because you're looking at the small climbs here. You're looking at it as a stairway. And you have to climb one step at a time. You know, look at it as a slide instead. And you have to start here, and then you have to have a ride of your life down there. Right? It's fun. Whee! We go down. We don't go down. But we have to look at it from the top. You have to stand up here, look down at the organization as if it was already existing, and then you have to start creating that organization and say, this is how I will build my organization. Do not look at this and say, oh, I built to here, then I built to here, then I built to here. Of course, this is what really happens, but you can't see it like that. You can't see it like, oh, I'm almost there. This means nothing if you want to go there. This means nothing. The pins they put on you, everything, that means nothing. The only pin that matters is the one in the top. That's the only pin that matters if you want to go. Maybe you don't want to go to the top. Maybe you're satisfied with, IVPs and regional directors and TCs, if you're in my company, could easily make a living. These 3 positions. So maybe you're just looking for that, right? Maybe you're just looking for RVP, or then say, okay, I want to be an RVP. What does it take? It takes 4 legs with a TC in each leg. So what does that require? Start looking at that and start building the 4 legs. But of course, I recommend in any company, go for the top. Go for the top. And don't get frustrated because you're not doing it in a year or in 2 years. I mean, if you really reach the top in any network marketing company, you will be financially independent. And doesn't matter if it takes 5 years, 8 years, 10 years. Because how long have you been at your job situation right now? Are you financially independent? Can you just quit it and stay home and never work again? Probably not. But most people in these positions can.